at this point in my life, I realize like I want to hold myself to a higher standard, and that may take some time, right? And I'm saying to myself, as long as I try and keep trying, that'll be good. This is coming off of just having, like 4 brownies today, heavy sugar load, right? But I'm just like, I really do like sugar, but I'm gonna cut back on that, and that'll be in a later video. But I realized I would like to hold myself to a higher standard, and that's just gonna take some time, right? I realized like I don't deserve half-ass relationships, whether that be platonic, romantic, even sexual. I realized that even my sexual relationships need to be connected to my romantic relationships, so I'm not having any more one night stands, quote unquote. I haven't had a one night stand in over 2 years, so it doesn't really matter. I have been waiting and I'll continue to wait. It is what it is. Like, I live vicariously through somebody else, and what they tell me, or whatever. But really, I don't deserve short term or short lived relationships. I don't deserve one sided relationships. And I don't deserve to be somebody's lackey. And this is coming from being so invested in one night stands or just regular relationship, or sorry, short lived sexual relationships that I've had like in the past. And I don't like the feeling after that. And it's very inauthentic of me to realize and or to understand and bring that feeling to the surface and not listen to it. I would so often be like, oh, I don't feel good after this. I feel like I've been taken or I don't feel fulfilled, but still try to go after it again, you know, to feel or hopefully feel that it will fulfill me. And that's insanity because it's not. So it never will. And it stopped fulfilling me for a while. In high school would be good, those short term sexual relationships that would feel it and I can go back and refill it like it was like uh, a drink at Six Flags and I had the red cup and I could just always bring that Six Flags cup and get a lemonade or something. It'd be fulfilling, right? But just for the moment, because outside of Six Flags, I can't really use that. I can't get it refilled. So yeah, that is such a great analogy. Having the Six Flags cup, when you bring that cup and you keep it, you buy it one time, you bring it, you can get a refill on lemonades or get half off on lemonades, whatever. Well, outside of Six Flags, that doesn't work. It's just a regular cup. It needs to be, it can't get like free refills or anything on it, right? So I'm just like, fuck, like that's how I feel. Like for a certain time period or within a certain space, I could get, dick, right? And that was fine. Now it's just like outside of that time space, I'm gonna have to want more for myself because I'm not saying dick isn't readily available. It is just like I'm not interested in just having those short term relationships anymore. Regardless of things that I could pick up, disease and or spiritual attachments, blase blase, all those good things too, not good things but all those things. um it's just the fact that like at this point in time you should have a connection with somebody, or I should have a connection with somebody that allows me to be not only myself but like comfortable, right? And not just comfortable in the sense of we're just gonna have sex and you pump and dump basically, because a lot of what I was going through or experiencing was a kind of a pump and go. Like I was a cum dump, if you will, which I wasn't, but it was like a quick feeling of fulfillment, or sometimes it even wasn't a quick feeling of fulfillment. I just felt as though I had an obligation, like I should, just to keep this relationship going if I needed this later. So trying to fulfill that or having that relationship and keeping it up when it really wasn't fulfilling me. And then in the moment, realizing that this shit mine it wasn't good and just let that person release and go because I never felt a release. It was very seldom that I did, even at the bottom. So like this is really weird. I deserve to feel good. Things that I would just agree to for the sake of just like feeling like I had someone and didn't want to be alone is crazy. And it wasn't even good. And I think I need to acknowledge that. The most inauthentic I've been is just acknowledging and being a part of things that didn't really truly feel good and just to be a part of them. Just be like, oh, I have this, or X, Y, and Z. Like it's trash. Now, that may come to, that may come to a halt, but it may ask a bigger question when you're talking about, jobs and things of that nature, because you might be working towards something. And that's for a later conversation. And I say that out loud because that's something that I'm currently struggling with, but I'm not going to mention that right now in depth. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of what I'm going through right now is just elevation and trying, it's really trying to elevate. Like I trying to let go of trying to be better than the next person because the next person really doesn't matter. Everyone has their own shit that they need to be focused on. I'm so serious. Even if you are a dark entity or a maleficent entity on this planet, you have a higher purpose, and you might as well need to get to it because if you come back here again, I'm sure you're gonna get tired, just like the rest of us are gonna get tired. So, don't know, but yeah.